Hey, what's up? It's Outline Man, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing these Naruto games. So, the Clash of Ninja games, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. On the channel, I've been making my way through them. I ain't played Clash of Ninja 1. I played it before. It wasn't much to talk about. So, this going to be quick. I'm basically going to go through all the Naruto Clash of Ninja games, and you're going to hear my thoughts on it and everything. And this can serve as a little discussion, so you don't have to like revisit these games if you don't want to. Up to you. Play them. They good. But they had to work their way up to being good. Some of them had some issues, and some of them issues was kind of bogus. But they did a lot of things right too, and they're a little bit different from the Ultimate Ninja series. So I know a lot of people love the Ultimate Ninja series. So I'm here to tell you about the Clash Ninja series today. Alright, so anyway, let's talk about it. First game we got up on deck is Clash of Ninja, the first Naruto Clash of Ninja game. Now this game was kind of like, if you look at the cover, those are the characters you're going to get in that game right there. You got Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, Rock Lee was like the bonus unlock character. You got Ruka, you got Kakashi, and then you got Haku and Zabuza. Yeah, I be forgetting his name. Yeah, Zabuza, that guy, that dude. So yeah, this game they started off the combat and everything. And with this, the main things that they did here was you basically had the one combo, and then it could branch over, and then you had like a move for like special moves, like if you want to do ninjutsus or like some heavy attacks that was different from the characters. They built upon that, and yeah, it wasn't much in this game, and they didn't go too far in the story mode, so you was done with it pretty quick. And they made their own stages. They had a different vibe and a little bit different music and everything, but that was it. That's how they started us off on the GameCube. They started us off lackluster, but hey, the combat was solid, and this game had a following for a while. And now we're gonna go on to the next. Cool. Next game we had was Naruto Clash of Ninja 2. Now this is when they started hitting their stride out here. They started giving you actual characters. They put you right in the story of the Chunin exams right after the whole Haku stuff. And yeah, they was doing good up in this one. They gave you bogus characters like crows. Like they had you be Crow and Akamaru in this game. I don't know what was going on with that, but yeah, they started doing solid and everything. They gave you more characters, and that was their way of closing out this series on the GameCube anyway. And Japan, they had ended up making more Naruto games, but in English we kind of didn't get them, and they kind of like repurposed those into like the Revolution thing. But as far as like Naruto Clash of Ninja, for the people that had the GameCube, this was their Naruto game. This was it. You had Naruto Clash of Ninja 2, you were going to get a couple of controllers, you were going to have some fun, you were going to play this game. You could fight like those Shadow Clone guys up in there, they put them in the story. You got Orochimaru up in this game, you went up to Gaara this time. It was pretty dang decent. And they ended up giving Sasuke like some more moves to him. Like it was good. They end up doing it really good. This is a very good game. I don't know if you guys remember this fondly. I played this game for hours. I used to play it all the time. I used to do my thing out here. I was playing Naruto Clash of Ninja 2, and I was out here beating people. And that's about all I have to say for this, because they didn't really do too much. They added more stages, more music. They just added more. They gave you like a full experience. They gave you what they were supposed to give you in Clash of Ninja 1. Anyway, let's get on to the next Clash of Ninja game. Here we go. Bah! Okay, now we started something great. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get something for this. All right, forget the drumsticks. We got a Wii remote in our hand now. All right, so now when we made our way to the Wii, we got Naruto Clash of Ninja Revolution. So they started getting all crazy up in this one. They started doing things like you could start powering up your moves with the Wii remote and nunchuck. They was out here snapping on this one. They was doing a little bit too much out here. But this game, they added the Akatsuki. Finally, people been waiting on Itachi and Kasame. They added them. They went up to the the Sanins. The Sanins. What were they? Orochimaru, Jiraiya, Tsunade. No, I seen the show. Don't be catching me when I'm slipping. But yeah, they went farther in the story and everything, and then they started getting the characters that people actually wanted. Now, that's about like all they really did. This was like their way of, they smoothed out some mechanics and everything, but this was like their introduction to get on the Wii. It looked like they wasn't sure if they were gonna make it on the Wii, right? So they held back a little bit. They also added the like stage transitions. I think this when the stage transitions finally came through. So now we could punch people through the zone. And you seen a short, I made a short on that. I love punching people through the zones. We could move between the little rocks and everything. I hate them little rocks though. They should have took those rocks out. because I couldn't do my combos right. I'll run into a rock real quick. You crouch behind them. You can do all kinds of moves. I think you can do hand signs in this one. I don't know if it was this one or the next one, but you could even make the hand signs with the Wii remote. Yeah, you could do it all up in this one. And you got to finally be Itachi in this one. That's what I've been waiting on. I don't know about y'all, but I've been waiting for a long time to be Itachi. So this Naruto game on the Wii, they did their thing. They was out here letting us, play the game with a little bit more characters. The combat felt a little bit nicer in some ways. I don't recommend actually playing it with the Wii remote, but with a GameCube controller and a classic controller, yeah, this game was nice. And that's all I can really say. Crash Ninja Revolution, they did their thing. But we can kind of treat this as like this is the third installment, even though it's Revolution. But yeah, they did their thing out here. This was a good game. Check it out if you want to, but you could actually check out the next game on our list. So, without further ado, let's get to the next one. Let's go! Okay, we made it to the real big dog right now. Now we made it to Clash of Ninja Revolution 2. This is my favorite one. This is when they just added everything. They put in all the characters that was missing. They even put in like Kurenai Sensei, which if you play Naruto Storm Connections, they just put her in the Naruto Storm series. But anyway, this game they was just giving you the Anbus. I didn't even know who these Anbus were. They put them in there. Some of them were actual manga characters. Some of the ones you saw in the anime, but you ain't never knew who these suckers were. And they still might not be who they say they are in this game, but they here. You had people like Bondo out here, a giant guy with a gun. He didn't make no sense being in here, but he was in here. He had a rival for Tsunade in here. Kagura, they called her, and that was before we knew about Kaguya. So I didn't know what they were thinking with that name, but they was doing everything. They made a new story out here because we were getting tired of playing the same old story. However, we did get cheated out of that Sasuke retrieval arc. Because they went with an original story, we never got to see the Sasuke retrieval arc in the Clash of Ninja style. So I don't know if this was the time to break away from that true story, because we never got to go fight them sound ninjas and do all this stuff and get Curse Mark Sasuke. And that's the best arc in the anime. So I don't know why this game skipped the best arc in the anime. That was the one thing they did wrong. They actually ended up giving us that Kabuto fight too, because they didn't put Kabuto in Revolution, so they realized their mistake, so they threw it in here, and I took them out with a Rasengan, and I didn't know what was going on. But anyway, this game, man, they added all them characters. The mechanics felt right. They felt right. They got their system modified. They figured out how to do everything. The jutsu thing was working. You could do it now. You couldn't do it in Revolution sometimes. You'd be messing up on that. They was doing their thing out here. They was making this game great. The cutscenes looked a little bit sharper, not all the way great, but they looked a little bit sharper. Graphics were a little bit better. The combat just felt right. Now in the story mode, they was cheating. They gave those characters super armor. I fought them. You can see it on my channel if you want to. But man, them characters was cheating in that story mode. It wasn't right. It wasn't nothing nice. But this game was still great. All the characters you wanted in the Naruto series, minus some people in the Sasuke retrieval arc, were there. And you had everything up in here. This was the game to play. Now anyway, we will be talking about like the final game on this list, and then let's get to it. The final one on the list. But yeah, this game, Clash of Ninja 2, great game. Anyway, without further ado, let's go on the list. Naruto Clash of Ninja Revolution 3. We're finally here. And this was the last one that they gave us on the Wii, the legitimate series. There was like this bogus spin-off series, which I'm gonna pretend like it never happened because I never played that. But this was the final thing they gave us in the West that legitimately was playing like Naruto Clash of Ninja, and this was Clash of Ninja Revolution 3. Now, for whatever reason, they infinite wisdom. They only went up to like Sasori and Deidara, and that didn't make any sense because the game did include people like Sasuke, Hidan, Kakazu. So I don't know why they only went up there. They even show you Sai at the end if you make it to the thing. Spoiler alert. So it didn't make no sense why they did that. The combat kind of felt kind of loosey in this one. Like they tried to make all these characters that we had, well, at least the main ones, a little bit different, and they all seemed to suffer for that. They seemed like whatever different things they did, they didn't do it quite right. Now the Japanese versions of these games, they took care of that. In their sequels, they ended up getting that combat right. Here, it felt kind of janky. Like sometimes Naruto wasn't doing his moves like how you remember Naruto doing his moves. And even when you figured it out, his stuff still wasn't right. So I don't know what was going on. They made Sakura way better in this game though. But yeah, this was that game. They got a whole bunch of good specials up in there. The story mode will make you rage and quit because this story mode is probably the hardest story mode in most Naruto games ever. Actually, I played all of them almost. This was probably the hardest story mode. This was unforgiving. It shouldn't be forgiven. This was a very bogus game with that story. But other than that, it was a good game. You could get when you got Sasuke, he was cheating everybody. Like if any of y'all ever unlocked Sasuke, he was just beating everybody. I don't know what was going on. They made him like the best character in the game for some reason. But yeah, this game was very good. It was a little bit grindy. Story mode was too hard. It didn't seem to have whatever Clash of Ninja Revolution 2 had for some reason. I don't know what was missing. Something wasn't right. We also lost characters too. There were like some characters that just didn't make it in from there for some weird reason. And I don't really know why that happened, but it was what it was. They still added the Akatsuki members and they gave us a bunch of new things. But yeah, that's the Clash of Ninja series. The Clash of Ninja series was a very it kind of played like Tekken a little bit, where they was trying to do their battle system and refine it a little bit, but it never really took off. This was always like that sleeper hit for like people on the GameCube and the Wii. Like this was like our bogus Naruto game, if you want to say it that way. While they got like the Ultimate Ninjas and the Storm games and the Rise of the Ninjas and Path of the Ninjas, and the other consoles were getting all kinds of great Naruto games, and we got the Clash of Ninjas only, and they was good, but there were some budget issues in this one. Like the story graphics were looking weird. Things just didn't seem right. The music wasn't right. Story was making some weird choices. Sometimes the games would be better. Sometimes the games would be far worse. But anyway, that's my thoughts on the Clash of Ninja series. Let me know your thoughts below. We will be making our way through other series. We'll do some more Naruto series and everything, and then I'll cover them after I'm done playing. But basically, the game plan is for me to play these games first and then discuss some of my thoughts on them. But anyway, hope you liked it. Like it if you like it. Don't like it if you didn't like it. Let me know if you played any of these games, if you like these games. If you disagree with me, go ahead. It's all fair game. Anyway, I'm Outline Man, and I'm out. Take care and play these games. They're great.